Hey everyone, Decob13 here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Metaphor ReFantazio. Alright, with our Route to Luis's room secured, all we gotta do is wait for the soiree, so since we have time to kill, let's go spend some time with our followers. Alright, so first, let's go spend time with Maria. So we also have Barden to spend time with as well. We'll spend time with Maria. Really don't have anything else to do. But I should check and see if there's any quests on the map, I suppose. Yeah, there's that one quest in progress, it's just stroll.
Where to?
There's nothing in Martira either. Okay. There's something I wanted to ask you. It's about Maria.
Sorry.
I know you must be busy. I'll come out and ask. Did you say something to Maria?
That's kind of...
Since your last visit, she's been acting rather odd. She insists on helping me with anything and everything, no matter what it is. I may have an idea.
About that.
I may have an idea why. I'm happy that she wants to help me out. But at times it feels like she's desperate to find something to do. Why, you little wretch! Look at what you've done!
Wait.
So why are you raising your voice at a child? This damn brat spilt me drink down me leg. That your idea of service, Fabienne?
I'm sorry.
Well...
Keep your britches on wet as they are. Leave them at the door later for cleaning, and I'll get you another drink on the house. Apologies, but could you take Maria upstairs?
I'm sorry.
You okay?
Everything okay?
Yeah.
I'm okay. Miss
by the way-
Fabienne was busy talking to you, so I thought I could help out by taking care of that customer. I just wanted to show Miss Fabienne that I can carry both the food and drinks now. Do you think Miss Fabienne would get rid of me? Does she not want me here anymore?
No.
She wouldn't abandon you. She wants you to stay here. But Papa did. He left me all alone. Oh, Maria.
Maria.
May I come in?
It's all right.
Oh, come now. Wipe those tears. The scary customer's already left. Everything's fine now.
Oh,
Miss Fabienne. I promise I'll be a
sorry.
good girl from now on. Really. And I won't cause any more trouble, so please. Even if we're not family, can I still stay with you?
Maria.
Oh, my Maria. Is that what you've been thinking this whole time? Of course you can stay here. You needn't worry about earning your keep either, silly girl, because this is your home. Maria, I may not be your mother by blood, God rest her soul, but nonetheless you are still my most precious treasure, my family, and I consider you a daughter.
Well,
Miss Fabienne.
Okay?
Now you listen here. Your papa never abandoned you. He did everything he did because he truly, deeply cared about you. He worked hard to protect everyone, above all else. That he did. And even if we can't see him anymore, I know without a doubt that he's watching over all of us. All he ever did was ask about you. He regretted every moment he had to spend away from you. And it would have made him so happy to see you grow up. But more than anything, he wanted to give you a world where you could smile and laugh with your whole heart. You helped your papa too by giving him the strength to keep going.
Me too.
I feel the same way as he did, Maria. If you're with me, I can weather any storm.
That's why...
This place is your home and always will be. Rest assured, my dear girl, we have plenty of days filled with smiles and laughter ahead of us.
It's all right.
You can come to me with anything. The things that make you happy or sad. Or if you just want to talk about your papa, I'll always be here.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mister.
Thank you so much, mister. I'm glad that I'm home. And I'm with my family. I can sense the deep trust Maria has for me, as well as the heartfelt joy she now feels. Oh, such a good kid.
It's okay. I can really stay.
Oh, I forgot about this. Increased post-battle EXP, and time does not elapse while cooking in the runner's kitchen. Maria, you're so OP. I'm glad I came to you for help. Would you mind checking in on Maria from time to time and see how she's doing for me? Oh right, about that scary customer from before. He was only in a bad mood because he recently lost his job and he got into a row with his wife. He thought about what he said before he went home and he was sorry for yelling at you. Said he wanted to apologize to you himself, Maria.
I see.
Oh, okay. I think I get it now. You have to say what you mean out loud or else no one will know. That means there's more that I can do. Now, my little treasure, go and wash up. And before bed, how about you help me taste test some new dishes?
Thank you.
Mister, thank you so much for everything today. See you later. I said goodbye to Maria and Fabian and returned to the group. Aww.
What to pick?
Oh. Alright, go hang out with Brigitte again. Oh, Heisme too. Let's go spend time with Brigitte. Oh, Alonso we can start spending time with as well. Let's go see Brigitte first. So what do we get from Brigitte's next one? Discount at weapon, armor, and igniter shops. That's pretty damn good. How about Alonso? What does he give? Okay, yeah, we'll just be getting more upgrades with him. Oh, these are good too. Let's go spend time with Brigitte for now.
Ah, just you.
Ah, so it's you. You seem unscathed.
But
I believe I made myself clear. You have no reason to come here anymore. But if you really want, if you insist on joining me on the road to hell, there is a place I'd like to go. With overflowing courage, I promised Brigitte I would face her burdens with her.
you.
Heldrick, you'd go to such lengths for me. Then, will you come with me? Come this way. So I imagine I'm about to start getting locked out of ranks because of stats. The ones who took my dog, the anti-igniter extremists. The church has discovered their base. What's the church doing?
What?
What's the church's part in all this?
So reductive.
Do you not know the connection between the church and igniters? They make it so that we get along in the depths of this filth. Apparently, this faction's based in a small village fairly close to Grand Trad. I'm going to go there and eradicate all of them. I will kill every last one of those extremists. No survivors. And once they get to hell, they can look at my dog in the eyes and beg her for forgiveness. I'll string their corpses up. 3 days and 3 nights exposed to the elements. Long enough for everyone to see what happens if you cross me.
You get it.
And I'd like you to help me punish them. In exchange, I'll support you however I can from here. Or from here on. I refuse. You talk big, don't you? You have no desire to be king, yet you parade around as a candidate. You're little more than a fraud. Brigitte is suspicious of me. I need to tell her the truth or she'll never fully trust me. I explained to her that I entered not to take the throne, but to raise someone else who could forge a better country for our better future for our country. Do you expect me to believe in that nonsense? But for you to speak such words at this point would mean your goal of seizing the throne is no lie, at least.
As it is.
Fine. If that's how it must be, then I will spare no expense to see you fall. The throne ill-suits a wretch who can look past the butchery of a dog.
hang on.
But slaughtering a village? It'll be a lot of blood on your hands.
What are you after?
And what do you get with clean hands? The equality you prize so highly? I'll tell you what it means to me. Equality means those who kill will be killed. I don't want to lose anything else I care about. I understand how you feel. What do you truly understand? You have no idea how much comfort she brought me. And they ripped that away from me. And you say I should just allow it? Fine. I'll not do something so unsightly in front of you.
In any case,
I'm going to their base. But I won't kill them right away. I'll find out who did this. We'll try to negotiate clearly and openly. And if that doesn't work, then I'll murder them, and we can move on. That's the most I can promise you. We'll take my gauntlet runner. Dangers of the night be damned. If we break down, so be it.
obviously.
You come as well and see for yourself. If you're going to try and drag me into the light, then you deserve to see what happens. She let me onto the runner she lives in and went up to their base. Brigida stayed silent for the whole trip. We arrived at a small settlement located close to Grand Trad. You geefs.
Huh?
Is this the place?
You there.
Hey, you there. I'm Brigida. I'm the scoundrel selling magic igniters all across the land. Oh, the igniter merchants again. Our village really doesn't have the money to buy any. I'm sorry to keep turning you away, but...
Wait.
What are you talking about? Oh, aren't you one of the church's dealers? They keep trying to sell us on igniters, but I keep refusing them. The church has been here? Several times. They've never reported that to me.
Out with it.
So if I said the merchants of igniters should face the wrath of God, you wouldn't agree?
It
Oh
can't
no,
be.
we don't have anything to do with igniters at all. It's not something that ever really comes up here.
Really?
Hey miss, you sell magic igniters?
How nice!
Wow, brilliant! Papa, I want an igniter.
Enough.
I see. Say no more. This is no hideout. They know nothing. It's not something you can hide in a village such as this. I've been getting detailed reports on the anti-igniter group's movements from the church, but now I'm not certain such a force even exists. If it was all a lie, then what does the church get out of it? Maybe it's about selling more magic igniters.
In any case.
Anyways, I take it back. There'll be no killing today. If you hadn't stopped me, I'd probably have ordered my private army to burn this place to the ground. I'm glad you were here with me.
I'm glad to have you at my side.
But my dog was taken from me, and I'll chase the scum to the ends of the earth.
Nonetheless,
This is my job, not yours. So our business together is concluded.
Huh?
Do we need the excuse of business?
Huh?
Why wouldn't we? You really are a strange one.
speaking of,
You mentioned earlier of your true aims for the throne. I thought it a clumsy lie, but it does bring to mind a certain someone for me. After a king is crowned, it would be nigh impossible to put another on the throne. However, if my suspicions are correct, none could deny the claim.
that's why.
If you are willing to throw yourself into battle for that cause, then I shall support you all the same.
Yes.
If you'd like to come, then come. When I'm around you, much to my surprise, I find that even I still have a beating heart. So, come if you wish.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Alright, we're in August now.
Hey, listen!
can go fight in the Colosseum if we wanted to. Maybe if I run out of things to do, we can go and do that. Alright, so let's go spend time with Barden today.
I can't believe it.
Thank you. The truth is,
I wanted to consult with you on this blether about picking a new ruler for the town. Of course, the ruler isn't quite the word. Wouldn't own land like a lord or anything, but still, it's a right important position. We're establishing a town governor, which is distinct from a lord. I think that's what's best for this town.
so
For the most part, the townspeople agree on self-governance, as there's quite a lot of distrust of power after what happened with Lady Joanna. It may seem like the townspeople are turning to extreme courses of action, but the new lord did allow us to our self-government. Which is all well and good, but here's the rub. I think the fella best suited for the position is this one clergyman. He's a fine man and he likes the idea. But darn it all. Now everyone is clamoring for me to be governor. Hey, you're suited for it.
right.
You're suited for it. So you think it a grand idea too. Well, I couldn't disagree more myself. I'm too weak a man.
Still, though.
I've been put on a pedestal as some noble knight who put everything to right. It's a dretch. I'm no hero. It was all thanks to the lot of ye. But I could say that all day and they'd still want me as governor. Everyone wants to feel safe. They want to know there's someone nearby they can rely on. I sympathize with that, but I'm no ruler.
Got to say,
Do I have what it takes to lead them?
Hey,
Everything will be fine with you in charge.
what?
You say that with such surety, but I suppose that's just how you see me. I do remember hearing that the closer you get to your breaking point, the greater you become. If that's true, we can't become better men without a challenge, can we? Thank you, friend. Talking with you has helped me come to a decision.
For myself.
I'll represent the townspeople. Yes, I'll become governor and restore the whole place. I'm not sure if I'm the man for the job, but I'll give it everything I've got for the good of the town. Considering my lack of experience, I'd be grateful if you kept advising me.
Don't worry your
I
head.
may not have the skills you do, but I'll serve faithfully so that I can be a true hero in this town, like you. I can sense Barden's extraordinary determination and faith in me.
I'll do any.
Barden, you finally decided what to do yet? I know you care deeply, but we're all sick of waiting. Don't make me decide I need to lead you.
Hey up!
We'll rest easy with you in charge. Those sandworms have been a right pain, but you seem like a take-charge kind of man.
Don't you worry.
Too true. A sandworm attack would devastate Martira. I'll work up some countermeasures. There we go, that's what we're talking about. Don't work too hard now, big man.
Well,
But go ahead and remove childcare from your job skills, will you? They hated it when you chased them around during hide and seek. My wee ones were bawling and screaming something awful. They still cry from the memory of it.
whoa.
But that's how you play hunter and prey. If they screamed, it was just proof we were playing it right. But anyway, I swear to you, I'm determined to protect this town.
My thanks.
Thanks for your time today. I'll have to do a great deal of work to even begin paying you back, so do stop by again. I think Martira's in very good hands with Barden. He's a good stand-up guy. Really can't go wrong with him.
Interesting.
I'd like to know more about him. Okay, so we can talk to Alonzo. Let's do that tonight. We'll save Hayasme for next. Alright.
Interesting. Greetings.
Ah, well met. What are you up to? I'd like to hear about your journey so far, if you don't mind telling it. You've certain information I'd very much like to know. An outpouring of wisdom, I briefly outlined my journey so far for Alonzo. How very intriguing. I'm very keen to know more of these experiences, if you'd indulge me. Have you some free time right now?
Yes.
Oh, you are marvelous. Thank you. Alright, follow me. I know of a great spot. Alonzo asked me to tell him about some of the things that happened on my journey.
I see.
I see. Very intriguing. So an external force protects the candidates. For outsiders like myself, it's rather difficult to get a hold of accurate information pertaining to the royal magic and the tournament for the throne. Information's quite the weapon, you know. All the more reason meeting you has been such a boon.
Understand?
In fact, if you really wanted to take down the other candidates, the most effective method would be investigating their families and homes for info you can use. Quite effective against blackguards who hide their misdeeds, naturally, but outstandingly so against good, upstanding family folk. You don't mean to threaten them, do you?
But of course.
I know it's not in your nature, but still, not every weapon has a pointed end. A villain will always strike where it hurts most, like snakes, and those I associate with are usually the most venomous kind. Speak of the devil. Here comes one associate such associate now.
Oi.
How's the client situation looking?
Yeah.
We have 20 at present. No delays securing their contracts. Arrangements have been made should any default on payments. Ah, so you're not all talk. You know, my lord may have taken a shine to you, but let me make something clear. One false move and I will flay you alive myself. Understand, Cuculus?
Ridiculous.
He's an underling of the landowner I'm working with. He's exceedingly cautious, as you might expect, and for some reason he still doesn't trust me. Can't blame him, really. Said landowner is my true target. He's a foul one. He's been trying to take advantage of the struggle for the throne to net a huge fortune. Ambitious sorts all over the country are using the tournament to rise up in the world, and this landowner is their lender, turning tidy profits. I am his middleman. Of course, the landowner only lends because he knows he'll collect, so when he realizes he can't, why, that's an awful lot of money to disappear into the void. And that's your aim then.
What?
And that's your plan all along, isn't it?
Now then.
I'll spare you the details, but the man's money will end up in my coffers eventually. It's a curious thing. People are never more vulnerable to tricks than when they think they're playing one themselves. When all's said and done, it'll be his loss and my gain. And I do mean gain. Enough to buy a small village, really. Well, that's an interesting plan there. Maybe there's a future for you in this line of work yet.
Oi.
Oi, Alonzo.
Yes.
Don't worry. He has my confidence.
Listen.
That flunky you talked to earlier. He's snooping around the village.
What?
What?
Hey.
I gave him the slip before he saw me, but this is bad, Alonzo. If they find out how you're connected to the village, then...
No.
My hometown or not, there's no way they'll catch on to what I'm up to now. He'll turn up nothing, and that'll be the end of it. We need to relax.
Yeah.
All the same, you should pack your things in case things go south. I'll bring you the money stashed soon. That lackey of his. I hadn't expected him to move so quickly. Even went as far as digging up my roots. Are you going to be okay?
You...
If push comes to shove, I may end up needing your help. Your muscle, that is. I'm trying to buy my hometown with the money I'm bilking from the landowner. He's the one who's bleeding my village dry to begin with. I've got to make this piece of my deception succeed at all costs. It would save the whole poverty-stricken village.
Hey.
When are you free? How about you come check on the village with me? I've got a strange nagging feeling about all this.
Leave it to me.
Sure, I'll go.
Thank you. Truly.
Yes, of course. Thank you. I owe you one. I can feel Alonzo's genuine gratitude and deep trust towards me. Doing it all for his home, then.
Mother.
My hometown's a small village. It's nearby, in fact. If it were up to me, we'd head there straight away. Alas, I know you have a schedule of your own. Even so, I implore you. Please, do not delay for long. I'll be waiting.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Alright, let's see.
Well then.
Oh. Oh, we can talk to Maria.
Boy there.
Alright, so let's go do that today then.
Mister.
I gave the city ruins drawing to Maria. This picture seems kinda sad. Does no one live in this town anymore? I told Maria all about the memories I made there. I see. So there's really a place like that outside of Grand Trad. I gave the Peregrine Falls drawing to Maria. Wow, what a huge river. And that thing, it's a waterfall, right? I've never seen one of them before. Do waterfalls always have faces under them? I told Maria all about the memories I made there.
Thank you.
Thank you, mister. I'll ask Miss Fabienne if we can hang them up on the inn's walls. If I look at the picture, I stop feeling lonely because I think of your journey. And you can come back and look at them too, right?
By the
I have
way,
something to tell you, mister. I talked to Miss Fabienne, and I wanted to talk to Papa too. And I wanted to ask you something too. Actually, never mind. It's nothing. I want to go to the cathedral. Miss Fabienne. She said that Papa was always watching over people.
That's why.
So I thought that if Papa was watching over me too, then maybe I could talk to him if I went there.
Yeah.
Okay. The guard at the entrance reluctantly let us in at Maria's pleading. I wonder if Papa heard me.
Hold on.
What did you tell him? I told him that I'm sorry. I
By
thought
the way,
Papa had abandoned me, but I was wrong. So I told him I was sorry. Miss Fabienne said I could tell her anything, so I talked to her about a whole lot of things.
So,
I told her about Papa and how I felt lonely after he was gone. She listened to me. I was wrong that whole time. I'm sure your Papa is very happy for you.
yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
Mister?
I.
Papa's job. Do you think I could do it too? Miss Fabienne told me his job was to make sure everyone is okay.
Papa.
I loved when Papa made sure I was okay. When I cried, he'd give me a really big hug that always made me feel better.
That's why.
So I want to be like Papa. I want to make sure everyone else is okay too.
Oh.
Oh, but I don't know how to fight. Does that mean I can't do it then?
In that case.
Why don't you try and make people around you smile? Sometimes that's enough.
Huh?
That's really all I have to do?
Okay.
Then I'll do it. First I'm gonna make sure that Miss Fabienne is okay.
Oh.
I wonder what I can do to make her happy. What's something that Miss Fabienne wants? She says she doesn't need anything like pretty clothes. So I was thinking flowers, and some snacks, and a new sign. She always says the sign got beaten up by the weather. If I make it look pretty again, do you think that will make her happy? Alright,
Wow.
I'll do just that. I'll make a new sign. This one will have Papa and Miss Fabienne and me and you all smiling together. The whole family's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be on there too, mister, 'cause this is my home. Aww. You know, we'll always be family, okay? 'Cause, mister, you're one of my treasures too. I can sense Maria's deep affection and trust. Oh, what a good kid.
I'm okay.
Oh wait, do you know how to make a sign, mister? don't forget, it also has to have pretty pictures on it, or...
If so,
Leave it to me. I'll get Nuris to help us.
Huh?
Is that the person who drew those pictures of your journey?
Yeah.
I want to come with you. I want to talk to Mr. Nuris.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Okay, come back soon, mister. I can't wait. I walked Maria home before returning to the group. Oh, that's gonna make her really happy. Okay, no hanging out. Oh, right, I forgot about Heisme. Oh, we can hang out with Brigida, too. Let's hang out with Heisme first, though. What does this get him? This gets him... Ooh, another skill slot! Yes.
Apologies. Ah, it's you.
I've been thinking of the Yugi village. In some ways, there may be no better place for my son to finally rest. But I've been away for so long. Can't say if they'll still accept me. I'm practically a stranger now.
Yes.
Right then. I suppose I'll stop wasting time dithering and get myself ready. The place is just to the east of Martira. The village is hidden, so I'd prefer a quiet and careful approach by carriage. I'll guide us.
In days gone by.
Hasn't changed a bit. Yes, this is my hometown. Apologies for dragging you all this way.
Tadari.
It's me, Heisme. I've returned and I've something to discuss. I've known Tadari for a long time, you see. He's the leader of this village.
Just.
Although, I should warn you now that you'll not be welcomed here. You might feel some hostility in the air.
got it.
That doesn't bother me.
My thanks.
Thank you for bearing with me. Heisme, is that you? You're looking grey in the ears, my friend. As if the ears were any kinder to you, Tadari. I heard you left the Royal Knights, but it's good to see you again. Who's this?
He is.
This is Heldrick, a traveling companion of mine. He's standing in the tournament for the throne.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Wait, is that why you've come back to the village?
No.
No, I came to see the cemetery. I'm trying to find a place where my son can rest. Ah, your boy's gone on ahead then. He passed away before I could bring him here. At the very least, I thought I might let him rest somewhere with a view of the village. He loved running with the wind in his face. Surely I thought he'd like the hill. I know it's not something the villagers would easily accept, but...
Yes.
I see. Well, it sounds like a wonderful idea to me. But you know the cemetery is sacred to the village. I fear you might be right. I'm not certain how they'll respond. Would you allow me to take the urn? I imagine that seeing it will prompt their cordiality, if not sympathy.
Please.
All right. Thank you.
Here.
I always used to train here when I was young. Look closely and you'll see this tree is still riddled with claw marks. I know because it was my claws that left them. Brings back memories. Of course, having shaken the trees, I'd get a swarm of bugs coming down on my head. And of course, I'd go winging to Dadari about it. So even you were a cute kid once, huh? Having trouble imagining it. The villagers are here. They watch us from the shadows. If you focus and listen, you'll hear them too. He didn't leave voluntarily. He was stripped of his knighthood, wasn't he? And now he wants his child buried here? The boy wasn't even born in the village.
Oh.
Do you hear? Sounds like you're not welcome here.
Well.
Exactly within my expectations, then. If they decline, let's withdraw without a fuss.
Heisman.
I explained the situation to the younger villagers. Seemed like nobody had any problems with giving your son a place here. Indeed? Thank you. Master Tadari! The urn! The urn of bones! It's gone! What? What is the meaning of this? Ugh. A fallen knight brings shame to the village. I can hear a voice from somewhere. Tadari was just too afraid to refuse him. That's all.
Hey!
I can hear your every word. I'm sorry, Haisme. I cannot excuse the villagers' behavior. The village hasn't changed a bit. Still rejecting outsiders, still shutting themselves away. Maybe I should have expected this. I left this place behind. I became an outcast. Maybe losing my son again is what I deserve. Still, you stood for me. You spoke in anger on my behalf, and in that is my sole salvation. I can feel Haisme's profound sorrow and strong trust.
My thanks.
Shall I search the entire village? No stone unturned? Doubtless that intrusion would only provoke further offense, but I haven't time to waste.
I apologize.
You have my sincerest apologies. I shall take responsibility and find the urn. It is my duty as chief. No, as one who would see justice done. There is an unease in the village. For today, I think it best you leave. Very well. Haisme and I return to the city in silence.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Man. There's shitty people everywhere in this game, huh? Sucks. Alright. I can hang out with Barden again. Guess we'll go do that. Hopefully I have the stats for it.
You've come.
This man here is my aide of sorts. He is accompanying me, see. I've been enlisting all the help I can get. I just finished my rounds of the town, actually. If you have time to spare, could we talk?
Thank you.
Thanks. I've got much to tell ye, which is only natural when there's so many bothers about the place.
My apologies.
Make yourself comfortable. Let's see, I've asked for some refreshments, but that'll take some time. It's a bit heaving at the moment. This place is the city government's administrator's office, but it's a bit too luxurious for the likes of me, isn't it? I'm not used to that. Right, sorry for all the noise outside. We're trying out some things to build and strengthen town security, you see.
Don't you worry.
That whole mess with Lady Joanna was a right nightmare. I won't chance the faintest whiff of that kind of thing happening again.
Yeah.
I wish you all the success in that.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't aim on letting tragedy repeat itself.
And then,
Too many good folk here have lost loved ones. We gotta straighten this place out, make it peaceful so people can smile and laugh easy again.
got to say,
Now that I'm governor, it falls to me to take care of anyone who's disturbing that peace. But I'm sorry now. Didn't mean to start rambling about all these serious matters. What kind of host lays his burdens on his guest? I'll have some real eats whipped up for you. We must fill your belly and celebrate the newly secure town.
don't worry your head.
Thanks to you, all the weans are playing outside again, blessing us with those bonny voices of theirs.
That's right.
I never took a liking to being called governor, and I still don't. Only thing I care about is protecting those weans and all this town's people.
I see.
Well, you seem to fill the governor's clogs just fine. You could be well right about that one.
It was so long
And you
ago.
know something? I once had a wife and child myself. It was back when monsters were tearing up Martira from top to bottom. Town was in shambles. A hunting team was formed to destroy the monster nests. The mission was a long one. But what was I supposed to do, just go home? I was captain, for goodness sake. So I stayed. And when I finally came home, no one was there. My family, I guess they got sick of waiting for me. They just left. I never knew just how cold that house could be until they were gone. And then came the incident with Lady Joanna, and so many weans started going missing I didn't know what to do. I was useless. First I'd lost my own child, then I couldn't protect any of the others. Wished I could be the one to disappear instead of them.
No.
But you can protect them now, can't you?
Aye.
Ah, you're right. Moping about won't change the past. I can do much more now than I could back then.
Leave it in my hands.
I won't leave the Weans ever live in fear again. That's my oath as governor. I consider us comrades, you know, seeing as you're aiming for the throne. We both strive for a better world. I can't keep the truth from Barden when he shows such sincere trust in me. I explained to him that I entered not to take the throne, but to raise someone else who could forge a better future for our country.
What?
What? First the scheme with Ismay, and now this. You play a long game, the lot of you. But thank you. You could have easily stayed silent about it, yet you've confided in me because you trust me, yes?
If that's how it is.
Then I shall do the same. I'll support you and any who envisions the same future as you do. I can feel Barden's resolve as governor and his deep faith in me.
He. Now. A new power.
So, new power. We now have
I shall lay down my
the
very
general.
life for the town.
Oh, we need General. Right, General rank 15 for Moore's next skill. And new inheritance slot for it as well. Okay, good. But I'll tell you, the children find me right frightening. They get scared if I say hello. Just the other day I smiled at a proper newborn who started crying like he was on fire. And to think one of my governor duties is to be well friendly with the townsfolk. But you needn't worry. I'll protect the town you worked so hard to save.
That's that.
It was a nice thing to talk about the town with you today. I hope we can do it again, and I pray for your safety. Damn that Barden. It's apparent it's disgusting watching him play hero. He's a bloody Rossant, fit for guarding the town and naught else. Someone like him governing is beyond the pale. It should have been me continuing to guide us as the rightful leader. Yet somehow the masses are cheering for Barden.
Aye.
But I have a plan to deal with it. Let's discuss the details inside. What a surprise. Someone from the church being a fucking scumbag. I decided to return to the group. Surprising no one. The Sanctors are scumbags. Oh, God. Oh. Alonzo wants to talk again. Yeah, let's go see Alonzo today. Because he did want my help with going back to his hometown.
Greetings.
And then
So, about checking up on my home village. I was wondering if now is a good time for you to join me.
thank goodness.
You will. Thank you. In full disclosure, I've also invited my collaborator. You met him before. Having grown up in the same village, we're as inseparable as brothers. I'd like to firm up our next steps, then head over.
Ridiculous.
This should do. The owner was kind enough to give us some space. My collaborator, that is. My good friend from back home should arrive any minute now. He's late. And you've come all this way too. Come to think of it, I haven't really told you about where I grew up. It was a beautiful village, full of flowers. Not wealthy, but not destitute. There was a cheerful tranquility to it.
Aye.
Apparently, I'd been abandoned on the nearby road as a baby. The woman who took me in is my mother in all but blood. She's Parapus, I'm Nadia. We couldn't look more different, but she raised me like I was her own. She never stopped smiling at me. And she was always so proud to call me her son. She sounds like a very kind person.
Yes.
Oh, she is. So kind, it's astonishing. Mother's a good person. She trusts far too readily. Though she has this uncanny ability to know when I'm the one lying. Anyway, she was an easy mark for fraudsters. Can't tell you how many times an expertly told sob story was all it took to rob her of everything she had. In fact, my only memories of her without a smile are the times she would apologize to me for having nothing to eat again, tears welling in her eyes. That's why I started conning, you know? I decided I'd give any miscreant scum who take advantage of such kindness a taste of their own hell, each and every one of them. My latest mark is the worst villain of all, the landowner of my hometown. He changed my idyllic village into what it is today. Sorry, that was more than I'd meant to say.
It'll be fine.
We'll save your village.
Thank you.
Thank you. I've been blessed with a silver tongue since I was born. I can fool anybody, except my mother. You know, you're a bit like her too, strangely enough. I'd forgotten what a nice feeling this is, being able to have a genuine conversation with someone. So thank you for listening. I can sense Alonso's deep-seated gratitude.
I find myself wanting to believe you.
Hear me!
Is Cuculus here?
Well,
Why, welcome, good sir. Have you come to check on the clients? You can drop the ad Cuculus, or beg your pardon, should I say, Alonso.
Good
You're from that village of paupers, aren't you? Did you fancy yourself some kind of hero with your little tricks? A cheat is still a cheat. We're the same, you and I, except you're more the fool if you think you'll ever get justice. You have money that belongs to that village, and I would see it all return to its rightful place. Is that not justice? Perhaps you'll change your tune after seeing the sorry state your village is in now. Your associate, the one you meant to meet here. It took some doing, but we managed to squeeze a few details out of him. About your family.
do what?
What have you done to my mother? Well, simply killing her wouldn't teach you any lessons, nor would it be any fun.
What did you do?
You can't change things. You can't save anyone. This one's on the house, boy. Hildrick. The distraught Alonso and I rushed by carriage to his hometown. Oh my god. We arrived at a village near Brylehaven. It's been set ablaze.
Mother!
A man. He asked if Alonso's mother was here. Don't speak, Mother. I'll save you.
I'm sorry.
I told him. That's me. You're my one and only son. And I love. Please. Mother, I'm sorry. This is my fault.
My.
You were always so sensitive.
Live.
Live on. Mother, can you hear me? Please say something. Mother.
Hey!
The landowner's servant told us it was you. That you were chumming up to the landowner to suck this village dry. And now you've put us to the torch. What the hell did we ever do to you? It's my fault. I can pay for the reconstruction. I have the money, so I'll give.
How
You traded your mother's life for that. You traded your mother's life for that money. I didn't.
This damn...
Keep your blood money, you filthy murderer! Wait, please. Please take the money and use it for the village and to bury her.
You devil!
The only one who belongs in a grave is you. Yeah, you should have died instead.
Yeah.
Burn in hell, you damn parasite! Jeez. The villain always strikes where it hurts most. At the family and home. I should have known. I said the damn words myself. People are never more vulnerable to tricks than when they think they're playing one themselves. I should have known. Was I blinded by revenge? No. I was simply, unequivocally a fool. Your mother said to live on. You have to be strong. For her.
Why?
Don't wish that upon me. I've been feeding on my mother's life this whole time. Just like the parasite I am.
I'm sorry.
I never had the power to change a single thing. Alonso refused to move, or even to stand. After ensuring his safety, I had no choice but to leave his side. Jeez.
Time marches
This
on.
poor guy.
And the age of a new king draws nearer.
I really had this negative impression of him at first, but like, man, no one fucking deserves that.
Well then,
Especially not a guy like him who's actually trying to help his people. Fuck, dude. Hang with Maria today. Man, that's only rank 3? Where the fuck does it go from there?
Mister,
Ooh, man.
Mister,
Mister, is Mr. Nurse there? Do you think he can help me make a sign?
yeah.
Okay, my heart's already beating real fast. I'm a little nervous.
Oh, a present, you say? And no cheap trinket either, but one that requires my assistance to create. We needed the best, so I came to you. Color me intrigued. You've piqued my interest, so I must oblige.
Really?
You really mean it?
This design, I believe it's your work, isn't it, young miss? I am thus inspired. Such lovely line work and vibrant colors. A truly innovative schematic.
Genius!
My girl, you're quite the budding artisan, are you not? This sign is sure to brighten up even the gloomiest avenues and grayest boulevards.
Thank you very much.
Ah, yes. I know I've got a fine cut of wood around here that was destined for this purpose. Should be crafted in a way that repels both rain and ravenous bugs alike, yes.
Amazing.
Wow, Mr. Nurse is really helping us. I can't believe it.
I'm glad we asked him to help.
Yeah.
Yep, I really hope Miss Fabienne likes it. I didn't ask her before we started making it. I hope it won't be a bother.
Ahoy, young lady! The sign is now ready to astound the people of this city. It should be installed at the optimal angle, so I will need to handle that myself, certainly. To the honeybee!
Let's go.
Hurry, mister, let's go.
Now then.
I'll install the sign now, so step back and leave me space to work. Now let's see what he came up with. Oh,
Wow.
cute!
Wow, it's so sparkly.
An astute observation, little miss, but there's more to this work than good looks. She's built to last as well. I've outdone myself once again, as I'm sure you'll all agree.
Maria!
Have you returned home?
You know.
Look, Miss Fabienne, I asked Mr. Nurse to make this for you. You said the last sign was too old. So, do you like the one we made instead?
right.
Maria designed it herself.
Oh, Maria, you did this for me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Of course, I absolutely adore it.
Oh, good.
I'm so glad.
Wonderful.
It's a truly wonderful sign, and so well built too. It's the perfect way for the inn to greet new guests. Just look at all those smiling faces. If he could see you now, why, he might even shed a tear.
Huh?
Oh no, Miss Fabienne, are you crying? Pay it no mind, dear. The sign is so bright my eyes are still adjusting.
You all.
Now then, how about a feast? On the house. Of course, to thank you for all this. You will come in and eat, won't you?
Oh, of course! Of course, it would be quite rude to turn down free drink, would it not?
Oh, good.
I'm glad.
Miss Fabienne really loved it. I can tell.
Okay.
Yeah, but it made her cry. Do you think Papa would cry too? Do people even cry when they're happy? You're right. Miss Fabienne was really happy, huh? Am I just like Papa now? Of course. You did a great job.
Oh, yay!
Do you think that makes Papa happy too?
You
You know, when you gave me the pictures of your journey, I'm always surprised. I've never seen anywhere else except for this place in the sky. But your pictures always teach me about so many places on the outside. It makes me really happy and excited to look at them. I want everyone else to have fun too. I want to give that feeling to a lot of people. There's so many people around here that are always crying or getting upset. Everyone is sad and in trouble and lonely. Both grown-ups and kids. Everyone's suffering just like I was.
I'll do my best.
But I'm okay now, so I want to make things okay for everybody else too. I can sense Maria's kind determination and the strong trust she's placed in me.
I wonder if Papa is watching.
I want to make sure that boy is feeling okay too.
Maria!
Could you come here and help me serve the food? Oh, let's go. I can't wait to eat.
After sharing a delicious meal with Maria and the others, I went back with Neuros, who was in a chipper mood. Aww. This Link is so fucking cute, man. Alright, so I believe we can hang out with... Yes, Brigitte tonight, so let's do that. Oh. An Elven kid. You one of Lady Brigitte's contacts, then. I've been assigned to stand guard here. She told me not to let anyone but an Elven kid through. You're Elven, sure as anything. No reason to turn you away, so come on in, I suppose.
I didn't expect you to show up. You hear the criers?
Everyone!
The anti-Igniter's terrorist hideout has been burnt to the ground. Local village a front for criminal fiends, torched thanks to renowned Igniter merchant Lady Brigitte Lycon. Oh no.
At this time!
Those fearmongers cry the dangers of magic igniters and plan to raid our royal capital, Grand Trad, once its people were unarmed.
Hear ye!
However, they've been brought to justice through the overwhelming power of magic igniters. 3 cheers for Lady Brigitte. 3 cheers for magic igniters. There you have it.
What?
What do they mean, burnt to the ground? It's as the crier says. That entire village went up in a sea of fire. I didn't do anything. But the people I met then at the village, they're dead now.
Those people.
They were no anti-Igniter group. It was the Sanctus Church. Or rather, those who perform its dirty work. They want the world to see that Igniters are the only defense they have against violence around them. So they set a village ablaze to prove their point. And by taking my dog, they made me a tool in their scheme, making it look like the work of an anti-Igniter group. They knew I would set out to slaughter those responsible. Even though you stopped me before anything happened, someone else raised the village and named me responsible.
You get it.
In short,
Right.
this is a warning. From here on, they'll ask for nothing less than total, unquestioning obedience. What do you plan to do now? Killing some churchmen won't change anything. Not when the whole institution's rotten. This world is a horrific place defined by inequality and intolerance, and the ones who shaped it are the wealthy few who sit atop it. In other words, the church.
In those days.
I had friends of my own when I was a child of poverty. Even through all the sludge and mire, we survived together, broke bread together. They all died slow. Starvation or torture took them. The Sanctus Church wheedles the strong and takes from the weak, their wealth and their lives. I remember holding their cold bodies in my arms. That's when I decided. From then on, I'd be the one doing the taking. If the weak always die, if they'll lose everything,
then I'd become strong. I'd be on the side that takes. I wouldn't let anyone steal what I had. I swore it. I threw away my hope, my heart, threw away my hope, and now I've clawed my way here, made myself an underling of the same church that killed my friends. And still, even once you climb out of hell, there's only another circle of it awaiting you. It never ends. How far must I fight them? How much must I take from them to ensure they can no longer tear things from my grasp? It'll be your head next, so I'll be the church's slave. I'll be whoever they need me to be.
It'll be fine.
They can't hurt me. I can protect myself, so you don't have to.
Shut up!
Shut up, shut up, shut up! With all you must have been through, how can you live a life like that and still believe in light in this world? Why won't you let me give up? Brigida's vulnerability and her desire to be saved bring pain to my heart.
Why? Why did you?
Heldrick, when you think of this world you want to create, what do you imagine there?
Right.
Hope. It certainly sounds a country too bright for me. I wish I could have a heart like yours. Strong and beautiful. I calmed Brigida down and waited till she fell asleep before I left the room.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Well then.
Oh. Oh. Another... Man. I was expecting to have one day where I could just go to increase my stats. But no, there's so many links going on. I'm very happy about that, don't get me wrong. Are there only 3 links left we have to get? That's kind of crazy. I wonder if they're going to be like party members or something. They have to be, right? Because it looks like starting from Nurit. Because I don't imagine why Nuris would be this far down if these weren't party members. Huh, that's very interesting. Well, let's go see Barden. You know, I haven't checked some of these. I just want to do this real quick. I want to check some of the new classes we got. Okay, so we checked Sniper already. Magic Knight's not new. General is new. So General, Enhanced Cooperation, Mataru Kaja, Icy Strike, Ice Dodge, Shelter Formation, Megiddo, and Frigid Fortress Tactic. Inflict heavy magic ice damage to one enemy. Inflict a one-time weakness to ice. Since, let's see, Bluster Blast Maneuver, Ice Wolf Offensive, Assault Beacon, and Megiddola. Healing Shelter Formation. All allies recover 10% of their HP each turn for 3 turns. Alright. You know, something else I should do too, because I don't want to forget to take Stroll off of Gunner. Oh, not Warrior, Swordmaster.
In the name of justice!
Alright, that should be good.
You've come.
Alright. What do you got, Barden?
I'm gladdened.
Great, come with me.
Brilliant.
Look here. We've rebuilt the town's defensive barriers. Not just here either, but all the other entrances to town. Plus, we doubled the guard and deployed them throughout town. Nobody wanting to do us harm will be getting in now.
Now then.
Now I can focus on other things. On the far more insidious threat plaguing the town. Are there bad people here? Oh, are there bad people here? Not quite bad people, I'd say, but when one of them has a following, well, getting rid of them can be quite a toughie.
This is...
The hell are you doing to this town, Barden?
Huh?
Sir Gastro. Oh, what business brings you here? Don't play the fool, Barton. Explain this special taxes plan of yours. Oh, well, the plan was right necessary to build the barrier you see here before you.
Seriously?
Spending the people's money so carelessly. We have no need for such defenses. Do you honestly believe Martira will be attacked?
What now?
One ought to be prepared for anything. Do you not agree? Besides, weren't you the one doling out the funding from donations to the town's leading figures? Surely you had cause.
What?
Where did you hear that?
In other words,
Not only did I hear about it, I managed to recover those very funds, and that's why these barriers were finished ahead of schedule. In truth, I'm grateful to you, Sir Gastro.
What did you say?
You mock me, but you'll regret making an enemy of me. Out of my way!
Hey!
Oh, what man? There couldn't be any more of an asshole. How dare he push a wee laddie? Hey, you alright there? There, you're not hurt. Now head on home.
Ah, Mom, the scary armor is talking. It's talking.
what?
Wait, don't be frightened. He ran away. Am I really that scary a fellow? Nay, he's just fallen victim to Gastro's sneaky little machinations. I've got to keep my guard up.
But then,
I must prove to Gastro that no injustice will be happening on my watch. I'm seeing you in a whole new light, Barton.
all right.
Well, I'd rather not have to resort to such methods. But I tell you, I shudder to even think about that man being governor.
The truth is,
I mean, I'll confess, he was the clergyman I thought would do well in the position. Because I thought him a splendid fellow at first. But in truth, he's a scoundrel who only wants to control the town. Honestly, thinking on it all, maybe I'm not such a great judge of character. First Lady Joanna, now Gastro. I've got some naivete in me, and it seems to just invite tragedy.
if so then.
If I want to fix this, I cannot show any more mercy, which is why I've got a spy on Gastro. You sure about this?
Oh? What?
What's anything to unmoor the nerves about it? He only needs to worry if he does something wrong.
I suppose.
We need to place safety above all else. Can't have folks like Gastro just prowling about. You know, it's for your sake too that I'm cleaning up the town.
You hear me?
Don't you see I want to unite the people under your banner? That requires removing certain obstacles.
Really amazing.
Thank you. That's very reassuring.
Yeah?
Glad you appreciate it. I'll direct more of my efforts to it then. And I won't feel truly fit to be governor until I repay your favor and preserve the peace. I can feel Barton's ambitions as governor and his increasingly deep faith towards me.
It's not enough. It could yet be improved.
Ooh, improves defense on the whole parties in the back row. Occasionally, as one day ends and another begins, Barton will send a parcel. Rare chance of receiving supplies from Barton. Cool.
So long.
Well, no time like the present. I'll have to take my leave of you for today. Apologies.
Right?
Hey, the guard keeps looking over here.
Yeah.
I know, I can't even relax in my own home anymore. I thought if we left things to Barton, we'd finally have some peace and quiet. Uh-oh. That's not great. Like, he means well, but things are starting to get a little out of hand. At least for the people around him. Oh, hey, a free time. Free time.
All right.
That means I can actually do things. Let's see. What do I want to do?
All right then.
Well, there's a place to increase my imagination. It's right outside. You're the ones from the exhibition. Why would you do such a thing? As if you sought to denounce sanctism itself. I take it you're angry. No, I only have a tale I'd like you to hear. My intent is not to criticize. It is a thought-provoking folk tale I imagine you have not heard. When I saw you at the exhibition, I was reminded of it. We reminded you of a folk tale? I admit I'm curious. Alright.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let us move to the back of the church to speak further.
A long time ago.
Once upon a time in a faraway village, there lived an old woman with a talent for making miraculous remedies, said to cure any illness. But the people of the village despised her medicine, which had a deeply unpleasant taste. It also had a terrible side effect, causing terrible pain, as though the entire body were being stabbed with needles. Some even told her, I would rather die than endure such a fate. Still, they could not deny its effectiveness, and though they were reluctant, they sought her medicines when it was necessary.
One day,
But one day a man came to the village. The man said, I can make better medicine than the old woman's poison, and from his pocket he produced a vial of sweet-smelling liquid and handed it to one of the sick.
then,
The sick man, who had been taking the woman's medicine for years, always looked ill. He eyed the vial with disgust, but after he quaffed it, his eyes widened in surprise. It tastes like sweet fruit, he said, and suddenly the pain of his and suffering of his malady vanished.
is that true?
The people were stunned by the medicine's effectiveness. The villagers begged the man for all the medicine he had. It was not cheap, but they offered the man what money and crops they could. They grew furious with the old woman as well. How dare you deceive us with poison disguised as medicine, they said. The woman looked as though she might deny the accusation, but then silently continued making her drafts. However, the people were no longer interested in her medicine. They shouted abuses at her, calling her a fraud, and eventually they drove her from the village.
Oh,
So that time already. I've gone on for long enough, though I'm happy to continue this tale another time.
All good.
Yeah, we're just getting interesting. But I suppose we can leave it there for today.
All right. Well then,
Okay.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I think for today's episode, I might just... Oh, letter and package from Bard. Immediately.
here you are.
Ooh, 3 expensive medicine. Thank you, Barden. Might just make today just going up until the deadline. Because there's no one else to hang out with right now, so I might as well just use this time to increase my stats. Let's go see that Sanctuary, finish that story from last night.
Wonderful.
'Cause I don't think there's any quests available either. Yeah, that's just Stroll over there.
where to? Where to?
No quests over here either. Okay.
Hello again.
Hail, I see we meet again. Do you still remember the tale I was telling? Of the old woman who made medicine? I believe I have time to tell you the rest if you would listen.
Isn't that...
Thank you.
Excellent. Then let us continue. When we left off, the villagers, enthralled by the new medicine, had driven the old woman out.
Then,
And as a group, all the village's sick drank the medicine and the newly arrived man had brought with him. Doing so made their pain vanish into euphoria. Soon, even those in good health started to partake in this miracle medicine.
however,
But they soon discovered that its effects were not long-lasting. Illnesses that appeared to have been cured soon relapsed. And worse still, the afflicted found their symptoms even more painful than before. We need more medicine, the sick cried. The medicine man, now short in supply, raised his prices, yet the sick continued to pay what he asked, despite its effects growing weaker and weaker. Until finally the village was too poor to pay. The man disappeared, leaving the sick writhing in agony behind him. The old woman was true to us, someone whispered, and the villagers hurriedly went to find her and beg for forgiveness. The old woman did not blame the villagers, simply handing them her bitter medicine. This time, the sick endured the terrible effects and began to recover. Then the villagers asked the old woman, "Why did you save us? Did we not deserve punishment for rejecting you?" Quietly, the old woman replied, "If a life can be saved, I would save it." The old woman continued to treat those who were suffering, asking for nothing in return. It eventually came to be celebrated as the Healer King. Some believe the Healer King was one of the Mustari, although voicing such heresy is forbidden by the Sanctus Church. I hesitate to speak of things like this given my position, and I couldn't say why, but I felt like it was the tale you needed to hear. But much like the old woman's medicine, the truth often leaves a bitter taste. Such is my thought on the matter anyway. We can't even imagine what a sanctuary is going through right now, but if telling us helped you, I'm glad.
Now then.
Alright, there's level 3 imagination.
Imagination. Why, that's...
Well then.
Alright, so now I can do that quest for Stroll. Or talk to that merchant. Don't believe I can do it right now, though. Let's see.
All right then.
What's my next closest one is tolerance.
All right then.
Oh, there's a tolerance over there by the docks. Let's go see what that's about.
We need to go.
Gone clammy all over. What am I gonna do? Grand, isn't it?
Oh, Mustari.
You there?
The island, the homeland of the Mustari. As someone born far from its shores, I've always longed for it. The island needs no name. After all, it has no connection with those of us in the outside world. When we are on the mainland here, we are nothing but pagans. Do you understand what I mean? If you are interested, I will speak. Then it's decided. Shall we head elsewhere? Pagan. Of course, we did not choose that name willingly for ourselves. Our religion is simply not the one the state endorses. The Sanctus Church and the other tribes are painfully close-minded. They reject us and wish only that we would disappear from their country. You don't have a very good impression of the other tribes, do you?
You see.
Is the feeling not mutual? People of any tribe reject cultures different from their own. It is not only a matter of religion. Each tribe has its own unique customs, do they not? And to members of other tribes, those customs are incomprehensible and off-putting.
What kind of...
Which sorts of customs? Let me think. Have you heard of the Yugif custom of cremation? The Yugif tribe burn the bodies of their dead and keep the fragments of bone that remain in an urn. For people like Sanctists, for whom burial is the norm, and even for us Mustari, the true meaning of such a ritual is impossible to grasp.
Which is why.
For the Mustari tribe, rather than cremation, we have only our religion. And when others could not comprehend that, thus we became pagan. As long as the state religion exists, we will never be accepted. Our teachings, our culture, our dignity, none of it. In one sense, that is the island's reason for existence. This country is full of those who would reject our very being, after all. And so, in order to remain steadfast and protect our faith and our gods, we need to reach that... we need that island to act as our support.
All right.
Goodbye.
You are not cruel to me, not like the others.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Alright, couple more days. A little less than a week now.
Well then.
Alright.
All right
So
then.
let's head over
Where's
to
Taylor?
Grand Trad.
Let's go.
I can talk to that merchant now. I should also check on that,
This heat is insufferable. You're not safe.
on the rock, too.
What is there to be done? Hello there.
Isn't that? Let's see. Yep.
Gone clammy all over.
Alright, you.
And what do you want?
Thanks to my overwhelming imagination, I was able to choose the words that convinced the merchant I have no ill intent. How interesting. Yes, they did indeed stink. The Count would often buy fish himself, then show up to our meetings with them in hand. Amusing as it was, I worried about how he would keep them fresh. Ah, that stirs some memories. The Count of Halia that I remember was a magnanimous man. He was genuinely kind to all he met.
Our business is done.
Perhaps I should have learned from that example. Very well. Tell me your story and I will listen. I see. You must forgive my suspicion. You truly are a friend of his son, aren't you? I do apologize, but surely you understand my caution. Word of his lost inheritance had spread, and con men have tried every trick in the book to claim it.
I do appreciate
I have indeed
your
been entrusted with the inheritance always meant for the Count's son. Please give him that message. The rest are details I'd prefer to share with him directly. Please, bring him with you when you're able. Okay. So now we can hang out with Stroll.
I'm sorry. Oh, it's you.
The merchant that Stroll's father entrusted with his inheritance mentioned he wanted to talk to us.
What do you think? Huh?
Have you? You must take me to him so we can talk. It's nice to finally meet you. Well, we have met, but you were just a babe in your mother's arms. Funny how much you've come to resemble them both. Your father and I did charity work, providing aid to the downtrodden. It was hardly lucrative, but I was quite taken by his charisma. He did charity work in the capital. I hardly knew his business here, to be honest. My connection to your father is ultimately what led him to entrust your family fortune to my guardianship. I'm pleased to finally put it in your rightful hands.
No.
I don't mean to pry, but have you decided what you will do with it?
That is...
I had thought to use it to rebuild our house, but to hear my father used his fortune to help people, I admit I'm having second thoughts. The refugees of Halia are struggling to survive without permanent housing, and knowing this, I would put these funds to the needs of my house. It would take tremendous time and money to restore our territory. I wouldn't be able to tend to their hardships for many seasons to come. You truly are truly a Stroll, lad, right down to your father's strength of character. If I might be so bold, allow me to present you with an option. It would work thusly. You purchase a parcel of land from your pick of the gentry. Many are in desperate need of coin and would easily part with estates they cannot sustain. You could offer them this land to your you could then offer this land to your people to build upon. Would that not give them solace?
True.
I see the wisdom in it, but I can't imagine finding such an ideal expanse in such short order. If it's negotiations you are concerned about, that is where I come in.
Quite.
Perhaps you've heard the name of Lord Hydron, best known for his piety. He is well versed in such matters. Oh. Sorry, did you say Lord Hydron? Ah, so you do know him. Well, I can appreciate why you'd recoil from him. But for such occasions as this, he would be a potent ally. I dare say he would be precisely the savior you'd need to realize your ideals.
My ideals.
My ideals, you say?
Yes.
I apologize. I'm just caught off guard by how quickly these tides change. I gladly accept your generous offer to aid me in negotiations. Hope is only a step behind a clear conscience.
No.
Words I'd hear my mother and father say often. They practically bludgeoned me with it. They instilled you with wise words.
Yeah.
Only now do I see that. Back then I couldn't appreciate it. If I can procure new land, all those people could return to some semblance of the lives they were forced to abandon. They could go back to a time of peace, before the human attacked. And you have no small role to play here. You know that, don't you? If treachery claims the throne, this whole country will fall to ruin, and I'll have no hope of saving the people of Halia, let alone realizing my ideals.
Hey.
In other words, the future of many depends on our fight. Our hopes lie with you, Captain. I can sense Stroll's deep-seated trust and newfound resolve.
Whatever burdens you carry, I'll carry them.
Another inheritance slot and normal experience while in reserve. Okay.
Thank you.
I owe you my thanks for discovering the man safeguarding the inheritance. It was surely no easy feat to find him.
You're a lifesaver.
All right.
That reminds me.
If you don't mind my asking, did you hear anything else about my father in the search?
Right.
I was told he was a man of many virtues. Yes, that sounds about right. I'm glad people still remember him so fondly. It makes me happy to hear it. More so than I imagined. Were my father in the same position I am now, I wonder what he would do. When I returned to the others with Stroll, who was still deep in thought. Alright. Okay, so I need to increase my tolerance for Alonso. And Katharina is just... Yeah, we just have to find her around. So, Brigitte needs courage. Okay. Rank 4 courage for Brigitte. And that's just the quest. And what about Heismay?
The truth is,
Okay, yeah, I just can't talk to him yet. And I feel nothing for Hulkenberg. Okay. So, we are actually on track to increase our tolerance.
All right, then.
So let's go out and see that Yugif again, or that Mustari again.
Well,
That should get us the tolerance we need to level up.
what am I gonna do? Eh?
You there.
What do you think?
Let us talk.
Turns out that the chief of the island we discussed before is participating as well. I am not of the island, so I do not know why he is here, but I suspect he will not find much success. There are few on the mainland with sympathies for the Mustari tribe. It is unfortunate, but the chief's ideals will not reach people.
Now then.
Alright, that's level 3 tolerance.
Tolerance. Why that?
Okay, so now we can continue on with Alonso's bond.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Well then.
Okay, let's see. So what's Hulkenberg need? Wisdom I need to increase. Okay, so that's rank 4 wisdom. Let's see. Oh, Maria I don't have enough for either. Tolerance I need to increase for Maria. And Barden needs something else too. Eloquence. Okay. So Eloquence would be the... Well, Eloquence is what I'm working on right now, so we'll increase Eloquence.
All right, then.
Because that's the only one still at, 2.
Let's head there right away.
Hey,
Oh, we do have items to appraise too, don't we? Now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, well. Oh, I mean, we're right here. I might as well do it. Today's episode's going to be a bit of a long one. Hope no one really minds.
What are you pining for?
Oh, right. We do get reduced prices
Now
now.
then.
Briny Staff. Fulmine Rod. Increase its electric attack strength. Okay. Yeah, 20%. Yeah, that's not an insignificant reduction. Alright. So let's go increase our eloquence. So we're still quite a ways off from increasing eloquence.
Now what am I to do?
I can do something for...
I see.
Alright. Eloquence and imagination. Ooh, okay. Yeah, let's do it. You're the one that offered up the Sanctoress. He may have briefly had the spotlight, but a child is nothing in the end. Oh, pay me no mind. A debate, is it? Of course, I welcome a fair discussion in the marketplace of ideas. My top priority is to ensure the livelihood of all this country's citizenry. Whatever you desire, I shall do everything possible to make it so. Keeping the old port maintained? There's no problem at all. Protecting the minority tribes from prejudice? Of course I can do that. Discrimination will not be tolerated. Naturally, the Calamar have worked hard to establish themselves, and I will ensure they continue to enjoy key positions within my kingdom. Wow, this Jin guy seems to have thought of everything. Can't put my finger on why, but there's something dodgy about him. Jin's really working the crowd.
Hey.
When you say you'll do everything possible, what do you mean exactly?
Yeah.
A king must govern the whole kingdom, devoting himself to his people, and I shall endeavor to ensure my subjects' every desire is within reach. Oh, damn it.
Leave it to me.
Let's give it a shot.
All right.
Well, at least I got some improvements. Damn. Should just call him out and being dodgy. Now, let's go see Alonso. Poor guy. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry, just leave me alone. With overflowing tolerance, I conveyed my willingness to take on the sorrows and regrets anguishing Alonso. Well, if anyone was going to pester me, I'm glad it's you.
Sorry.
Could you spare me a bit of time?
Thank you.
Thank you. I did some more digging on the landowner who burned down my village. And when I thought I'd hit the bottom, I found more behind him that I hadn't unearthed before. In the end, he's nothing more than a pawn for someone else. I thought I had the upper hand, shadowing him and those he associates with. But they've been looking into me as well. They untangled the web of lies that is Cuculus and struck first. What a fool I've been. My village, my mother, they're all gone. I've lost everything. It's terrible. I'm so sorry. As if I have any right to be sad. I just wanted to save my hometown. His taxes were extortion, and he siphoned the village's trade profits away for himself. My once peaceful village was trampled by poverty and the ills that accompany it. He caused only torment for them, so I struck back. I thought I could fix things for them, that my mother would be happy. But I got too caught up with my heroics and underestimated him. He couldn't have burned the village down on his own.
Damn it all.
Even if the village was rid of the landowner, someone else is backing him. An even more powerful enemy who'd be left unscathed. I endangered everyone's lives because I didn't realize that. And it was my mother. My own mother who paid the price. Whoa, hey, don't do that. Die, they all said. In all my waking hours and all my dreams, I hear the villagers demanding my death. I only began this endeavor to free them, to give them their joy back. So if my death is what will give them that now, I have to.
No.
Was it your mother's wish for you to die? My mother's. Mother wanted me to live. But what's the point in living when all I have are my sins?
Please.
Why? Why do you not blame me?
That's...
Because living is the only way to atone for those sins. Live to atone. Not by dying. I wonder if there's anything I can still do. I don't think there is. But just because you believe in me, I think I can go on living. Just a little longer. I can sense the tremendous trust Alonso has placed in me by sharing his darkest thoughts.
This is what you and Mother wanted, right?
I've not the slightest clue what to do next. I'm not a good person. Not like how my mother was. I don't have some special power like you do. Like you do. You were right. It would have been rather hasty of me to end my life here and now. Thank you, Heldrick. I finally realized that as long as I have you, the world is mine to fool. Do visit again. I'll set the stage. I have some fun tricks in store for you. I don't know what Alonso is scheming this time, but at least it seems he's regained the will to live.
Good night.
Alonso waved nonchalantly as we parted, and I returned to the inn. Well, at least he seems to have gotten some of his resolve back,
and the age of a new
despite what he
king
might be
draws
plotting
near.
now. But yeah, it's good to see that he's got life in him again.
Well then.
All right. Oh, we can rank up with Stroll today.
Oh, it's you.
Let's see. Regarding the matter of my inheritance, it seems my father's merchant friend reached out to Lord Hydron. I'd like to go to the Grand Cathedral to negotiate. If you have time, would you accompany me, Heldrick?
Thanks.
Thank you. Then let's make for the royal capital. I hope this turns out for the best. I've been informed about the land. This conversation could have been far less roundabout if only you'd informed me of your assets. What are these documents? The contract, lad. You seemed rather hurried, so I wasted no time preparing it. With but a signature, you become a landowner.
Worry not.
This is countryside land, yes, but the price is a rare bargain. The owner forfeited it after losing his fortunes on a gamble.
I see.
There was an owner. Then am I right to presume this land still has tenants? Yes, quite a few. They're yours to command. Vacate them, employ them, the choice is yours. Your property, your people. A bargain, wouldn't you say? The total acreage is a bit smaller than Halia. Minor details. The land is readily available, and that alone makes it valuable. There's even an estate manor you can claim at your convenience.
No.
It matters, actually. Something seems off about this.
Yeah.
Right. If there are already residents there, I'd be introducing conflict by moving the Hallians on top of them. Needless to say, this land won't let me realize my vision. Why do you concern yourself with the squatters? If they're of no use to you, push them out of sight and out of mind. A lord hardly deserves the title without land to govern. You would reject this contract knowing that?
Stroll.
Hope is only a step behind a clear conscience.
You.
Heldrick, you remembered my parents' saying.
Apologies.
I do apologize, Lord Hydron, but I can't in good conscience sign this contract. Do you know what a refusal would do to my reputation? As a noble, you must know that this will have ramifications.
Yeah.
All the land in the world does not make a lord until he shoulders the responsibility of protecting its people. To hell with nobles who can't recognize that. In fact, I would like to make a counteroffer. I will buy 100 of your vacant houses here in the capital. 100? Vacant or not, residence does not come cheap in the capital. Your ilk could never afford them. I've already verified the going market rate. My ilk has more than enough to cover the costs. You're surprised? I looked into it while you were helping me make inquiries.
Right.
I think it's a worthy offer.
Now then.
I know I'm just a countryside noble, but you wouldn't dream of overcharging me, would you? It would certainly have ramifications. You must be familiar with my compatriot by now, yes? Indeed, your reputation would certainly suffer were it to come to light you were trying to scam us. Surely you aren't threatening me, are you, boy?
No.
No, of course not. I've simply made a competitive offer for vacant houses you could not seem to find a buyer for. You stand to profit, really. Just the idiocy I expect from the son of a backwater lord who could not even flee correctly.
You'd sacrifice your own house in the name of sheltering peasants. You may as well toss the money down the latrine. It insults the entire aristocracy, and you'll live to regret it.
Fine.
You're the one who will live sorry. This country will change, and corrupt nobles like you are on the cusp of extinction. My parents, who risked their lives to protect their people, are real nobles, and my heroes.
Now then.
Now, Lord Hydron, shall we put ink to parchment?
What the?
Young master, you used your inheritance to purchase houses for us in the capital? Your generosity for us goes too far. Be at ease, old friend. I'm just being stubborn. Perhaps even selfish. The more I pondered what I should do, the less clear the answer became. But when I asked myself what I truly wanted, I knew without a doubt. I wanted to see your smiles again. The ones I remember from a simpler time. I wanted those smiles to come naturally. A nobleman is the shield in his people's hands. Durable enough to protect them, but light enough to carry. Else what value does he have? Another gem of my parents' wisdom. I am sorry, though. I know you wanted House Haliatus to rise again.
But that's...
No. You have shown us a way to live with more pride than any fortune or glory could impart. It has been my life's greatest honor. Greater than any words could express to have served such a dignified family.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry to have left you languish for so long. From here on, I hope happier times win the day.
Wow.
Oh, young Master Leo. Pardon. Lord Stroll.
Thank you.
It is with our utmost gratitude that we accept these accommodations in the royal capital. Allow me the honor of gathering Halia's other refugees. Let us begin our lives anew, dreaming that one day we will unfurl the banner of House Haliatus and serve its new lord proudly.
Yeah.
Rangif, everyone, I thank you. Once my journey is over, I'll be back.
Thank you.
And thanks to you as well, Heldrick. I couldn't have made it through without you. It was your determination that saw us through, Stroll. You're a genuine friend, you know that?
You know,
I didn't choose to help these people out of some sense of noble obligation. It was far more simple than that. If I have the power to save someone, then I will. As straightforward as it can be. When someone needs a helping hand, I'll be there to extend it. Your sincerity made me realize that about myself.
yeah.
I would wager my parents were much the same. I think living my life with that in mind is what they'd expect of me. I can sense Stroll's intense determination. It's like nothing I felt before.
He. Now,
Oh, here we go.
a new power.
Rank 7.
I've got it,
The
Father.
Samurai. Our first tier 3 one. Oh, that looks so cool.
Well,
Well, I should visit my parents' grave. I think I owe them an apology for failing to rebuild our house with their inheritance. I'm so glad you found refuge here in the capital, Rangif. I even found a merchant my father knew as well.
That's...
Your father would tell us all the time if there was ever an emergency we should gather at the capital.
huh?
In Grand Trad. But that's... Pay me no mind. Before we return, shall we tour your new accommodations? Stroll's success has earned me more support from the people of Halia. Wow. Man. I think I'm almost done with my first one of these. Alright. Can't hang out with Alonzo right now. Can't really hang out with anyone right now. Let's see.
Alright then.
So let's get to improving stats again.
All right, then.
Right now I need eloquence.
Let's go.
Isn't this grand?
Now what am I to
Oh, Glendale.
choose me?
The world I want is complete and utter meritocracy. The elites aren't strong, the strong are elite.
I see.
So that's what they're basing their campaigns on. Earn Luis's trust by humiliating Gladel again.
What business do you have
What's
with
this?
me?
Come to tear me down a peg, have you? If it's a battle of words you want, I accept the challenge. I'd prefer to strike with more direct methods, but I'll spare you for Count Luis's sake. You'll realize soon that I am the rising star. Your little help anyone in need shtick is a farce, and I can't believe anyone is falling for it. I'll make sure you pay for it tenfold.
Choose me!
When I take my place upon the throne, I will reform this rigged society into a true meritocracy. We live in a society where tribe and family name matter more than will or ability. Are we sheep to accept such a world, or are we lions who will devour it? As king, I'll appoint only those who can demonstrate true strength, even those from inferior birth. That's true equality. He's certainly abrasive, but he makes a good point. Haven't we heard all this before, though? Let's see.
Hang on.
Not everyone meets your definition of strength. What will happen to them? As long as they know their place, the weak will be protected. Those who can't leave will serve. And when everyone fulfills their roles, we can all live in peace. Oh, god damn it. Are you fucking kidding me?
Farewell.
I love how I keep picking the worst ones.
Let's give it a shot.
All right.
Fuck.
Time marches
So
on,
bad at
and
this.
The age of a new king
Not good at
draws
politics. We're getting close to the end of this period, so that's good.
Well then. All right.
Alright. Well, what say we go back and
Go.
debate again? Might as well. I don't have anything else to do. Man. Okay, at least it's just a speech this time.
This place.
Damn.
Let's see. Brawlhaven thrives on trade and fishing, but the United Kingdom's structure lets Grand Trad suck up all our earnings. If you're made king, what will you do about this Kingdom Alliance system? If you're in favor of it, we need to hear why. What should I say to reach the public's heart?
Just trust me.
The trade alliance as it exists now allows for mutual aid.
Oh.
Fuck. Oh, aye, but think. When that storm all but destroyed us, it was the Grand Trad's carpenters and soldiers that came to help us. Would have been unthinkable before the Annex War. Oh, cool. I actually did it right. I got 5 for that one. There we go. Eloquence rank 3.
Eloquence. Why, that's...
Alright, I got everything at rank 3 now. That's good. Got Alonzo? Yep. Alright, let's go see Alonzo then.
Greetings.
Ah, well met. What are you up to? I've been waiting for you. Listen carefully. I'm putting a major new plan into motion. Great. Come with me.
Understand?
I've discovered something interesting. The landowner controls all the trade in the settlements around my village, so his valet often comes through the town.
Apparently...
However, I heard the landowner himself will be present for the next inspection, and that's when I plan to nab him.
What?
Nab him? How? Trust me, he'll behave himself.
Well...
But it would seem near impossible to catch him if they come via a busy open street. A force them down the forest path where there'll be no witnesses. I've spread rumors about humans appearing on village roads for that express purpose. The men guarding him won't be an issue either. I'll lie in wait along the forest path and call out to him.
And then...
And I'd like for you to accompany me there as well.
Yeah.
Of course. Sounds like you'll need me.
Thank you.
I didn't expect you to agree so quickly. Thank you. We will change things. This world of greedy pigs gorging themselves on riches will come to an end.
Seriously?
What is your plan exactly? A long time ago, my mother brought home a weak sapling she'd found. The tree was practically dying, but it still bore a small fruit, and with its seeds. My mother planted them and gave away the new saplings to our neighbors. Before long, there was an orchard in one corner of our village. The mere sight of it was breathtaking. My mother refused any credit. She said the tree itself wanted to grow, wanted to bear fruit. That's when I realized. Perhaps we all have something we'd like to see come to fruition. Within all of us, there's a seed of virtue wanting to blossom.
It's fine.
That's what I'm betting on. So, make sure you go out and change the world, Heldrick.
Leave it to me.
Okay? Leave it to me. I'd expect no less from the future king I went all in on.
I implore you.
May the seed grow into a large tree under which many may gather. Hey, we're cultivating the future, eh? I can sense Alonso's resolve behind his grin and his high expectations of me.
You're all I have left in this world. Understand?
I can use my network to arrange which afternoon the inspection occurs. Let me know soon. I'll be waiting.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Alright. Oh,
Look
packaging
at
letter
this.
from Barden. Ooh, great fairy dust. That's pretty good.
Well then.
That Alonso?
Yeah.
Oh, Stroll. Okay, we can max out Stroll. Let's go do that.
Yeah. Oh, it's you.
After all that's happened, I find myself thinking of my parents. I wonder what they would say if they could see me now. I only wish I could tell them of all that's transpired.
Thanks a bunch.
Truly. Thank you. You've been such a great help. Can you point the gauntlet runner toward my village again?
You know, I'm truly blessed with good fortune. I was born into nobility, lived a carefree childhood, and I even survived a human attack. But more than all of that, I've met people I can trust. I'm further blessed in friendship. Sometimes it frightens me. I question whether or not I deserve to have all this.
Everyone deserves that.
That's true. You can't measure the value in people's lives. Somehow, I always end up trying to weigh mine all the same. After all, I was only able to help the people here because of my parents' wealth. The inheritance just happened to be in the royal capital, and the people of Harlia were coincidentally in the same place.
Hey, luck is its own type of skill.
Luck is its own type of skill, right?
Guess I should just embrace it, yes. I don't regret using the full inheritance as I did for a moment. Given a second chance, I would do the exact same thing. But I think I defied my parents in some way. That's my only regret in all this.
I'm sure they'd have done the same.
I just don't know. Even during the attack, my parents shielded me from the fighting. They told me to get to Grand Trad with all haste. Grand Trad. And Geef said my parents told him the same. They wanted everyone to flee to the capital. And then the merchant in the capital was the one keeping the inheritance. Is this all really coincidence?
It was probably intended to happen this way.
If that's true, though, do you think my parents might have intended the inheritance to be... Oh, the family treasure my father mentioned in the letter. He wasn't talking about the inheritance. He meant the people.
Of course he did.
A nobleman is the shield in his people's hands. Durable enough to protect them, but light enough to carry. Else what value does he have? I continue to find ways I never understood my parents.
They put their faith in you.
In me. They had faith in me. I'd always thought I'd been a worthless son to them.
I'm sure they'd be proud to call you their son.
Proud. Someday, I will restore our home. Everyone will come back to live in peace. And I won't let anyone take it from us, ever again. But this isn't about my family. This tragedy must never be allowed to be repeated anywhere.
Hold on a second.
On my pride as a noble, I swear it.
I can sense Stroll's unrivaled trust and his determination to change the future. So what do we get for maxing out a
Proud
bond?
noble Stroll, keeper and heritor of the warrior's virtues, by the grace of his newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Rank 8.
I'm going to change the
Scion's
future.
Essence, Slayer of Humans, Grand Fantasy. Acquire a new heroic embodiment.
Thank you, my friend. Hope is only a step behind a clear conscience. My parents' mantra has never been more clear to me. You keep moving forward. Do what you know to be just. And I will be just a step behind, no matter what. Look back, and you will find hope.
Oops, didn't mean to skip that last part. With the vision of Halia restored clear in my mind, I spent a moment enjoying the wind on my face, then returned to the others. Thanks to Stroll's strong faith in me, I now have the full support of the people of Halia. Oh, it didn't actually move up. Alright, I said I would go all the way to the end, but I think I'm going to end things off here. Because I do actually have something to do. So, I will see you all in the next episode when we fulfill our mission. So, I'll see you all then. Bye!